Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex. And before we start today's video on tier 2ing Wave and seeing her damage output and how well she does overall, I want to apologize for not posting a video yesterday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time and for not notifying you guys on YouTube. I planned to post something in the community tab, but I got pretty busy, and the reason for that is that I was at Fan Expo Toronto pretty much all day yesterday, and then I had to stream at night. So that is why, but I'm still going to be doing 2 videos per day for the foreseeable future. So I just wanted to let you guys know, and thank you guys so much for the continued support, whether you are watching the videos or on the streams or both, or if you were awesome enough to show up in person at Fan Expo. I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me. So anyways, talking about Wave, we've got her pretty much maxed out at tier 1. We've got level 6 on the skills that need it, otherwise level 3. We got full Uru, and we've got the full gears at 20. I went ahead with a combination of skill cooldown, ignore defense to cap those out, and then attack speed and dodge, because as you can see, she doesn't need any of the other stats. Now, we're not exactly capped on anything, but we're pretty much capped on everything except attack speed. So the crit damage is basically almost capped. It's 198. The crit rate is 50, but she gets an extra 30% from Smash of the 7 Cs. So we'll get up to, cap 75%. And then we've still got that CTP of energy. Now, for those of you who are wondering how long this took me 330 bios minus 10. It took me 10 bios to unlock her right at the beginning of the heroic quest, and then it took another 320 to get her gears all the way up to 20. It's actually 320 minus the 24 that I had, so I was actually quite lucky. It took me 296 bios to get all of her gears to 20. That is on the low side. I would say the average is about 350 biometrics. So I would say on average, you're probably still going to be waiting until the next week, which is a minimum of another 3 or 4 days to collect the last half of those bios. I still have 110 bios to collect because it's 110 for each zone, and I've completed 3 zones. But that will put me, about 16 bios short of getting her to tier 2 because I have 24 and I'll get 110, which would put me at 134, which means I'd have to purchase another one. So in this case, because I got lucky, but even if I didn't get lucky, I think I would have completed it with the full 430 bios, getting her gears, of course, up to 20. I'm able to tier 2 Wave with a 750 crystal investment initially, plus a mega rank up ticket, plus a tier 2 ticket. And the tier 2 ticket is actually what we're going to use now to get her up to tier 2 so that we can now explore a whole bunch of different videos. So I'm very excited for this. She doesn't get a very high energy attack bonus. It's only about a 1700. I would love for that to be like double what it is. I wanted her to at least crack 20,000. She doesn't get a lot of HP either. Honestly, she doesn't get much in the way of her tier 2 stats. The best reason for tier 2ing Wave, of course, is for that tier 2 passive. It applies to, I believe, all allies. All hero allies. So she has the same buffs as Valkyrie. So she's basically a more free-to-play version, or free-to-play friendly version of Valkyrie. You do have to invest a few more crystals, but you don't have to invest any real money, and you can get her unlocked. Then she also has that crazy synergy with Namor, the 60% all attack. But she doesn't give herself all attack, which is weird. I think she should give herself that extra all attack if you were asking me, but that's fine. We're gonna go in now and see what she does. My stats are pretty low. You can see 18,300 energy attack, 21,000 HP. I went ahead with the dodge because I don't think HP is really going to help her out, and she does have a little bit of dodge from her heightened senses passive. Now, I'm not really expecting, to be honest, too much from Wave, so we're gonna go up against Corvus, and we're gonna see just how well she does. We're gonna lower this down to about 40. I think that's probably a reasonable expectation for Wave given my cards and given my raid level all maxed out. So we're gonna go ahead and see the speed types. She only has about 27% of her ignore dodge from her CTP of energy, so we are going to have to give her more ignore dodge. So we're going to give her the 50 there, and then we can also, because she takes advantage of her own passive, we don't have to worry about giving her another passive, so we can go ahead and give her instead a support character that's going to, and I don't know where the hell all my support characters are, give her another 20%. So she's basically getting 70% from both Spider-Man 2099's leadership and Ronin's tier 2 passive, and then she has about 27% on her CTP of energy. So I actually don't need to bring along any strikers. I don't I don't know if she can necessarily do this stage 40 with a CTP of energy with no strikers, but we'll see. We also have to investigate further the all defense down of her 5th skill. Some people have said it works when you don't have the clones out, or it works when the clones hit, or it works on the outer rings of the 5th skill. So there's lots of different things that I've heard, but there it is working actually, and that was not bad. It was like half a bar, a little bit less than half. Not great, but not bad either. That didn't proc at all. I don't know what the heck that was, but yeah, she has very low survivability, so you absolutely have to take that into consideration. You also don't have a situation where... Oh, and I'm dead. Okay, you also don't have a situation where her clones can support her by taking aggro, which is a bit frustrating. I think maybe the clones do take aggro. We're going to try one more time here. We're going to drop it down to 35 and see, but I think the disappointing thing about Wave is that she just doesn't have enough survivability. She has very little. She just has the iframes and the guard hit, and that's really not enough with these low base stats. If you have a character like Namor with crazy HP and very high defenses as a combat type, then you can get away with you know, not having as many iframes, not having as much survivability, but it really just does not work if you don't. So let's just see if Corvus... Okay, Corvus already killed by summons, so there isn't even an opportunity for me to use them as sort of bait. Because they die so quickly, and you know what, they're already dead again. I mean, they are technically made of water, so I don't know what I was expecting, but yeah, you really only have this and the iframe on 4. Those are the only ways you're going to be able to protect yourself, so the damage doesn't seem to be very good, and the survivability also doesn't seem to be very good. I was dumb there. I got trapped by the time freeze, and I think now I'm dead. Yep. Oh, I'm not dead. Okay, I'm alive. But the damage is just really bad. Okay. Alright, so... Wave not that good? Question mark? Exclamation mark. Okay, let's try something different. We're going to try something different here. We're going to... She has low base stats, so rather than giving her the ignore defense here, we're going to give her a stat bump. So we're going to give her the 45, you know what? Yeah, we're going to give her the 45% here, and then we're also going to give her another 20 from Ghost, so that's going to be a 65% increase all attack on top of her tier 2 passive, which should be applying to her, but now she is going to need 4 strikers. Now the 4 strikers are going to do some damage, but let's get real. Mockingbird and Kate Bishop, like, they're doing very low damage. So this should be a better indication of whether she just needs, whether she's bad, straight up bad, or whether she just needs the actual buffs from the leaderships and stuff like that to be able to do damage. That was a little bit better, even though I kind of missed. The problem specifically against Corvus, yeah, I'm gonna take a bunch of damage here. The problem specifically against Corvus is that he pierces the guard hit really easily. So Corvus is actually one character that the guard hit is less effective against. I can't even do the first and second skill, which is kind of disappointing because the damage is so low. We can do the 4th skill here and then go into the 5th skill. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. The damage is definitely better, but this is going to be a tough clear. I am definitely going to, later on in a future video, at the very least, compare the 3. We have 3 now, 3 premium speed-type characters. It's sort of a thing now. She's dead. Yeah, she's just straight up dead. I'm getting bled through my guard hit, which is what happens when you have a guard hit against Corvus, and it basically kills you. So there's really not much you can do in this case. I'm just kind of spamming skills, hoping to survive a little bit longer. We have to dodge the poison there. We didn't get our proc, so we're going to try to do it on 4. There's a small iframe on 2, but it's very dangerous to try to get that off. And I'm dead from the slam down. Okay, so yeah, she seems pretty bad. I think NETMARBLE should really consider buffing her. She seems worse than Arachnite. I remember having a top 500 Arachnite and making that video, and I was like, wow, he sucks. This is looking like a repeat of that. We're gonna try something a little bit better. Let's just see how much more does she need before she's going to be good. We're not gonna give her. She has over 100% ignore dodge because she's got 80 from the strikers and she's got 27 herself. Now we're going ahead with Ebony's leadership and Ebony's passive against universal types, on top of having Wasp's 10% HP and Wasp's tier 2 passive to avoid getting debuffed. So now I'm not going to get debuffed. so I don't have to worry about dying from that necessarily. And I mean, the damage is not great, but it's not bad either. Perhaps there is a better rotation that I just procced on 2 by accident, which is obviously not what I want. She may just be a leadership for Namor and a you know, a team up for Namor, because also she gives Namor, I believe, an all attack team up, and the all attack team up also makes Namor use his 5th skill with the team up skill itself. So there we go. We're into the next phase. This is a little bit better. This is a bit more smooth. We don't have to worry at all about getting. That was pretty good damage. We don't have to worry at all about getting either poisoned or bled. We just have to worry about the regular damage from Corvus. But it seems like the all defense down is a little bit inconsistent, because I'm seeing it sometimes and I'm not seeing it other times. So that is something to take note of. I don't know exactly what's causing the all defense down to not apply, but like, see right there, it just doesn't apply. The damage is good, but there's no all defense down applied, so I'm not really sure what's going on. I'm not really sure why. Again, NETMARBLE gives all defense down to characters, and it doesn't work. What's the point of even, you know, there it's working. I think if it worked more consistently, she would have better damage overall, and her damage would be more consistent. Some people were saying that the all defense down never works if the clones are out. I mean, that would be a really difficult thing to test, but it's possible. But see right there, I didn't have the clones and I didn't get the all defense down to work, so I'm not really sure what's going on. We're taking a lot of damage here, however. Maybe I'm just playing too aggressively, but yeah, just not too thrilled. I'm dead if I don't switch. Not too thrilled, man. This is a stage 35. I'm sure, yeah, she's level 60, but I'm pretty sure White Fox is better than this. White Fox has self-healing. White Fox has charm. White Fox has a lot of weapons that, you know, Wave just doesn't have. So I'm not really sure why they put a, you know, not a premium character, but a more expensive heroic quest character who takes either lots of resources in terms of like tier 2 tickets and mega rank up tickets and stuff like that. She either takes a lot of resources to rank up, or she takes a long time. Why they would make this character so weak? I mean, where exactly is the incentive? It's just Wave fans, I guess. That would be the only incentive to tier 2 her, would be those people who just really want the character. So I'm pretty disappointed right now, I'm not gonna lie. When I don't really have anything to say about a character, that's when you know. If there's nothing to say, that's really bad. That's a really bad sign. So Wave fans out there, I'm sorry. Your girl seems like she's just a leadership. She's just a support buff, and I hate to say that about a character. She's dead. Yeah. Okay. I don't really want to force this. 2 minutes left, and I'm struggling to get down the first few bars. Stage 35 is honestly not that hard. Yeah, I'll try her out in some other content. I'm gonna do a comparison between her, Arachnite, and White Fox, but man, oh man, oh man. It's looking like my early recommendation or my early suggestion would be, like, if you're obsessed with Alliance Conquest, maybe Arachnite, but I think the clear winner of these last 3 heroic quests has to be White Fox. She has self-healing, she has charm, she has a 60% buff, she has iframes. I mean, like, I think she has immunity as well, or invincibility on one of her skills. Like, how does one character get all of those abilities, and then Arachnite gets an all defense down that doesn't work? She also has Entomb for 3 seconds, which is like, you know, a more intense snare for Shadowland. Yeah, she has a self buff. She's a 15% all speed and crit rate buff. She has a heal. She has 5 seconds of immunity. She has an iframe on 5 with a 5-second charm. Wow. Okay, so Crescent was garbage, but White Fox was amazing. Now Wave is garbage. I guess the next one will be amazing. I don't know. 2 of those were Korean. That's completely irrelevant, but yeah, I don't really know what to say about Wave. Wave is a character that exists in Marvel Future Fight, and she has an amazing leadership for Namor, and she has a team up for Namor that, never mind, she doesn't have a team up for Namor. She only has a team up with Namor when he has someone else on the team, and obviously you would never put Namor on a team with Wave and Splashdown. So never mind. She doesn't even have the team up. I lied. She doesn't have the team up with Namor. She doesn't have the co-op skill with Namor. I was wrong. Let me know what you guys want to see next on the channel. Subscribe if you enjoy and you want to support me. And of course, if you like what you see, I hope to see you later today. Yikes.